Hello, welcome to my channel. Today, in today's video, we are going to be doing a look, eye look, with the SUVA Artisan Palette that I received this month in the Tribe Beauty Box. I've just done a video unboxing that, so if you've not seen that yet, head on over, give that a look. Let's get on with it. So first thing I'm going to do is put my headband on, just to help keep my hair out of my eyes and out of my face, because it's incredibly annoying otherwise. So off we go. So I've already got my base on. I've done a video on that showing you how I actually apply my base. So if you want to check that out, please do. One thing I am going to do, because it is a little while since I've done that video, is I'm just going to reapply some of my NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. I've recently come across this product and I'm really loving it. It helps the eyeshadows stick to my eyes and stay there, which when you've got really oily eyelids like I have, it's a godsend, I have to say. So, what are we going to use today? So, I think I'm really liking the look of this lavender shade here called Artistry. This purple shimmery shade down here called Expressive. I'm also liking, well, I like the look of all the shimmers actually. These three in the middle here, you've got Innovation, Influential and Expressive. These are all shimmers. Analysis, Perspective, Artistry, Technique and Skill are all mattes, and then you've just got one pressed glitter down here, Inspired. So I think what we'll do is we will start off with, I'm going to start off with Technique in my crease, then I'm going to blend out with Artistry, and then we'll go in with certainly Expressive, maybe a little bit of Inspired. We'll see where the look takes us. So, get my Body Shop shader blender brush. I'm not sure what this one's called. It's a really old brush. I'm not even sure if you can still get these, so if you can't, I'm sorry, I apologise. I am a big lover of the Body Shop makeup brushes. I find they're really good. So I've just gone in, just tapped that off. I'm just going to be tapping right on that brow bone, right there. Tap the product in, and then we can blend out in a bit. So literally right in the socket line. I'm just tapping that in very gently at first and going all the way across. That's going on fairly pigmented. It's quite nice. It's like a burnt orangey browny colour. Not overly fussed normally about neutral colours, but it's actually looking quite nice. Got a bit of a reddy base to it as well, so that's quite nice. I'll just pat that all in. In fact, the more I'm going in on this, the deeper it's getting, so that's really nice. Do like a good quality pigmented matte eyeshadow, it has to be said. Layering that up, building that colour up to the intensity that I'm looking for. One of the benefits of tapping your shadows on like this is that you're going to reduce the risk of having too much fallout. which is, you know, when you get the powdery bits and they land on your cheek and it doesn't look very nice at all, does it? So I'm just going to start blending that in all the way through my crease. Maybe a wee bit. Yeah, just a wee bit. Nothing major though, so I can cope with that. Right, and I'm just going to clean this brush off, and then I'm going to go in with that lovely lavender shade. In fact, actually no, I'm not. I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to go in with a bit of a fluffier brush. This is the brush I got from Next, actually, in a eyeshadow brush set. It's quite a nice fluffy brush, very soft, so I'm going to give that a go. So I'm going in to this one, Artistry, and I'm going to tap off. And then what I'm going to do is oh no, actually no, that's way too big. Changed my mind, wipe that off. Need a smaller fluffy brush, there we go. That's a better one. Now this was a limited edition Body Shop eyeshadow brush. It's actually got a slightly shorter handle than normal. I don't think you can get these anymore, but I'm going to give this one a go. So I'm just going to go in with that again. These shadows do seem to pick up quite nicely on the brush, as you can see, so it's not too bad. There is a bit of kick up in the pan, but again, nothing major, nothing that really bothers me. But if you are somebody who doesn't like a lot of kick up in your pan, I just wanted to let you know. So I'm going to go over the top, right to under the brow line with that. Okay, that does seem to be building actually quite nicely. I was a bit worried at first, but we're getting there. To come a little bit over. Okay, so really sorry about that. My camera shut off again, so I wasn't quite sure where I was, but I was just blending out the lilac-y shade into that crease shade that I've already put down. I don't know if you can see that. So I'll just go and do the other side, and hopefully the camera won't overheat and cut out again. So again, I'm just patting this shadow on, right up into the brow line, and then right down over there, into the nose area, or the corner area I should say. So packing it on first, making sure that shadow is well stuck to the eyelid. And then getting my brush in circular motions, blending it in, trying to diffuse the line between the two shades a little bit. A bit more. Don't know if you could see that powder puff up there when I tapped my brush off. They feel, these powders, these eyeshadows, sorry, feel really, really smooth and lovely in the pan, but there is a bit of kick up. Gone over a bit heavy, so I'm going to get my blending brush. Again, a Body Shop brush. Most of the brushes I have at the moment are Body Shop. I've had them for a very, very long time, so they're a bit old and not exactly in the best condition because they've been used so much, but I am in the process of replacing them, and as I get them I will obviously show you them and test them out and let you know what I think. So just blending those out. I might just go in with a little bit more of that first colour just to deepen that up a wee bit because I seem to have lost it. There we go, brought it back a little bit. They do seem to be blending in quite nicely, these shadows, I have to say. So, just go back in with the lilac-y one. There we go. I think that's about equal. Okay, so now I'm going to take, not that brush, I'm going to go with a slightly smaller brush. I can find the one I am looking for. What I do, just wipe it off. I'm really bad at washing my makeup brushes, I will just tell you now. So I always have a tissue at the side of me, and I always wipe the brushes off after I've used them. So now I'm going to go in with this sort of quite dark red shade called Perspective here, and I'm going to just go a little bit on my brush and go in on my outer corner just to deepen that colour up a little bit. Again, patting it on first of all, just to make sure that I'm not putting too much on the first go. Now I'm keeping this literally on the lower lid, so below the line of that first colour. I don't want to lose that first colour too much. I just want to deepen this corner up, this outer corner. So being quite gentle, quite precise with where I apply this. It's looking nice, it's a nice colour. I have to say all of these colours do seem really quite nicely pigmented, which is good. I like eyeshadows that do that. Gonna make sure I've got that corner really well blended in. I think we're there on that one. Move over to the other side. Try and match this up. It doesn't always work out, but we'll give it a go. nice. I'm going to wipe that smaller eyeshadow brush off again that I've just used to apply the red shade called Perspective. And I'm now going to go in with this beautiful gold shimmer. Okay, we're going to put that right in the middle of my eyelid. Okay, now I'm going to try this without spraying the brush and see how it applies. Now it picks up on the brush really well, so let's see what happens. Cool, blimey, yeah, that's going on all right. In the middle, trying to make sure it matches up and blends out with that reddy shade. So there's a good gradient between the two colours. And I'm also going to bring it in quite far, I think. Quite far in towards the corner. Wow. Maybe not as opaque as I would like, but it's certainly not the sheerest shimmer I've ever used, so that's good. We'll see how it wears though, and how long it stays on my incredibly oily eyelids. That's looking nice, like that. Quite impressed. Apologies if you can hear my children in the other room. Too bad at the minute. Have we got any fallout from that gold? Yes, we have. It's alright, it's come off pretty easily though, so that's alright. And then, normally what I will do, to do my sort of inner corner here, personally I like to use a lipstick brush. just because I find lipstick brushes are very, very small, very, very tapered. Again, please excuse this, it's a really old one. But they just tend to get in really, really nicely. And for the inner corner, I'm actually going to use this purple shimmer here, which is expressive. So I'll dip that in. Oops. And let's give it a go. Okay, that doesn't seem to be applying very well. So I am going to get my Body Shop Mint Mattifying Face Mist. I'm going to dip my brush in. I'm going to give it a little bit of a spray, see if that helps. Okay, so yes, that's helping it come on to get onto the eyelid a bit. However, I am getting quite an amount of fallout with it. So maybe a glitter glue would be the way to go with this one. I'm also come in on the lower lash line with this, just from the corner, just the first third there. But yeah, I can feel there's some quite major fallout with that, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I'm going to wipe my brush off, and then I'm going to get my glitter glue, and let's give that a go and see if that helps it to stick any better. I've got the NYX glitter glue at the moment. I love the packaging of this because it's holographic. So I'll just put a tiny little amount on my hand. I'm going to use this same brush and just dab that in. And then I'm going to put this where I want to put that shimmer. And just dab it on really gently. Wipe that off a minute. And go back in. Now this really is causing a heck of a lot of kick up in the pan. I don't know if it's the brush I'm using, it's too fluffy, I don't know. Now then, that's going on a lot better. A lot better. Still getting a little bit of fallout, but nowhere near as much as I was. So that's good. And I'm just pulling this up now just to meet up with that lilac shade that we put up underneath the brow line. Just to connect the two purples. Okay, now unfortunately, because I've filmed quite a bit today, my battery is dying and my camera is really not liking this. So whilst I've been waiting for my camera to cool down and sort itself out, what I have done is I've used this little eyeshadow brush that I've got here, I actually picked this up from a charity shop in a set for literally a couple of pounds, and they're actually pretty decent brushes. So what I've done is I've gone in with the red shade Perspective, and I've just gone underneath my eyes to connect to the purple shimmer that's in the inner corner, and then just create a little bit of a wing as well. So I'll just very quickly do that on the other side for you so you can see how I do it. So I literally start right at the edge, pack it onto the lash line underneath, get the colour patted down on there first, and then you can go in and blend it out afterwards. And then to create the wing, just get a little bit more, and I literally then shut my eye and then open it and just connect the two up. And again, if you pat it and do it really gently, you'll be able to get a really good wing on there without suddenly messing it up. And then come under and very gently blend those two colours in. And that's what we're doing for the under eye today. Just bring that up a little bit higher. There we go. Alright, and then I think we're about done. So I'm just going to put some mascara on. The one I have found and been using at the moment is the NYX On The Rise mascara, and it is amazing for lengthening your lashes. It's got a very interesting wand. It's fatter at one end, so to get your outer lashes, and then it's thinner at the other end. It is quite a spiky wand, it's not a fluffy wand, and it feels a little bit scratchy on your lashes when you first use it, but persevere with it because it is really good. Also, another tip when you're doing your mascara, start right at the bottom of your lashes, and as you pull up, roll the brush, so physically roll your brush up, and that will really help to lengthen those lashes. Another tip as well, for maintaining your mascara and making sure that it lasts as long as possible without drying out, is a lot of people make the mistake when they go back into their mascara tube with their wand and want to get more mascara on their wand. I'll show you in a moment what people have a habit of doing, and that doesn't help the mascara, it helps dry it out. And they do this, they go in and they go and they push it up and down. What you're doing if you're doing that is you're pushing air in to your mascara, to your product, and it's going to dry it out. Don't. Go back in gently and then just twist. Yeah? There you go. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be stood there going at it. Alright? Just do the other side. I am trying to get this done now as quickly as possible because in the corner of my eye I can see my battery light flashing at me, and I don't want it to completely die before I've finished this look for you. So there's the mascara on. As you can see, I actually do have lashes. So now I go in and I brush my eyebrows, get any foundation or any eyeshadow out of there. Now normally I would go in, I tend to use a tall, what is it? No, Actually, I might use that one. I tend to go in with a taupe eye definer or eyeliner. This one's actually Blue Smoke, so let's give this a go. So I've finished doing this side. I'm just going to very quickly do this side. So I just put a very, very small amount of product into the eyebrows and then just literally brush it through. I'm not a fan of really big, heavy eyebrows. I like quite soft eyebrows, natural looking. So, there we go. Okay, and then the next thing to do is we're going to try out this Wander Beauty Lipsetter Duo, which also came in the Tribe Beauty box. That lip liner glides on really nicely. If you've not seen the unboxing video, this is, like I say, the Lipsetter Duo by Wander Beauty. It retails at $28, which is about £26 over here in the UK. You get one side is the lip liner, and on the other end is the matching lipstick. Interesting smell. Glides on really nicely. Now I do have quite dry lips, so it is a bit darker in the middle there, if you can see. But I do really like the colour. It's a lovely, lovely plummy colour. I'm trying to think what that smell. I'm not sure what the smell reminds me of. I'll let you know. And last but not least, I am going to get my little brush here, and I'm going to put a little bit of highlighter on. I'll just double check and get rid of any excess that may have fallen. I don't think it has. I think I've managed to get rid of it all. And I'm going to use the golden one up here, the Experience. Now, me personally, I prefer to use a smaller brush for my highlighter, just because I feel as though it gives me a little bit better control of where I'm putting it. So I'm literally just going onto the top, very top of the cheekbone. Ooh, that is really nice. That's actually quite pigmented. I'm pleased I've got on this smaller brush. I'm just going to blend that in and up ever so slightly, just with the side of the brush. So my battery finally went and died on me. So as you can see, while I've been waiting for my battery to charge up, I've gone and finished off the look. In my waterline, I've added in my NYX waterproof liner in the shade Azure. And so this is the finished look. Hope you like it. Tell me what you think. There's the eyes for you. So let me know what you think to the look. Let me know what you think to this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, given you some ideas. If it has, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please subscribe. Press that subscribe button, press the notification button so that you'll never miss one of my videos again. Alright everybody, thanks ever so much. Bye.